Hey guys, I'm Ted Morton, drummer with Pet Shark, and I just got my brand new May internal drum miking system. And I also got the EX May, and it's also made by PreSonus, the EX Blend module, so that I can blend two microphones into one outlet to the board. So I'm just going to be putting it together. I'm going to put them inside my Pearl reference drum set, and should take me a couple hours, but I'll kind of try to film it along the way. Okay, so I've got the drum apart, and what I'm noticing right away is that my breather hole is right here, and that's where I want my microphone cable connector to go, and I don't want it aiming at me while I'm playing, so because I really don't want to have wires down at my feet. So what I'm going to do is I want this hole to be over on the side or maybe underneath this OptiMount system here. So I'm going to have to take off the OptiMount system and move it over to here and put it back on. The cool thing about this connector is that it actually has a breather hole of its own. So you don't have to get rid of a breather hole just because you put this guy on. And this also is great because you don't have to drill any holes in your beautiful shells. Okay, so I've moved the OptiMount system over one set of lugs so that I can now have my breather hole over here. So this is what I'm going to be looking at pretty much while I'm playing. So I've got it coming off the side versus coming right at me. So I've chosen to go with the Audix system, and what I had to do was to install these little screws and nuts and a lock washer and position the microphone where I wanted it to be inside the tom. So I had to kind of finagle my way through this and sort of figure out what was going to work best for this small drum, because this is only a 10-inch drum. It comes with this vent connector. So what I've done is it also comes with these little nylon washers, and so you stick this nylon washer on the wire first and then put it into your vent hole. You want to place this thing in to the air vent, seat it where you want it, then you take this other nylon washer, stick it on the end of the wire, run it down, and then seat it up against there, and then use your little plastic wing nut and tighten it on. So I've got it seated where I want it, and I've also got the wing nut screwed on. As you can see, the bracket's pretty wide. So what I'm going to have to do is to mount it on these two middle screws in order to secure it. One of the things I noticed when I went around and I started checking the tightness of these bolts is that just about all of them were really loose. So go around with your 7mm size socket and just hand tighten them. They don't have to be super tight. Just kind of snug them up, make sure that they're good to go. So there you have it. I snugged them down, and again, I only snugged them down hand tight. Okay, so according to the diagram, this is terminal number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3 here in the middle. So we'll connect up our wires real quick. So number 1 is the black, number 2, let's connect number 3 first. And then number 2. And there you have it. Okay, so I've tidied that up a bit. I've zip tied my wire together so nothing's touching the shell of the drum, and now I'm going to go ahead and put the head back on. One of the things that Randy had mentioned when I was over there was that some sound engineers apparently were noticing some funky overtones or something like that within certain drums, and so they were putting in this piece of foam right around the microphone like this, and just kind of sliding it down around the mic. And apparently, that little hunk of foam right there just kind of alleviates all that weirdness. So there you have it. That's how you install the May internal drum miking system. I'm going to go ahead and do this to all the rest of my drums, mic them up, set them up, and turn on a recorder and see how it sounds. I'm actually going to try recording our next album with these things, so I'm hoping for the best. So again, my name's Ted Morton. I'm the drummer with Pet Shark. You can check us out at petsharkband.com. So happy drumming, and I'll see you out on the road.